Good morning, students. How are you? Hope that you are fine. I am also fine by the grace of Allah. I am Muhammad Ibrahim, lecturer in chemistry, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. You are seeing the video of chapter 1, Environmental Chemistry. Today also I will discuss on this chapter. Today I will show you some important topics from chapter 1. That is environmental chemistry. So all of you, please you be very attentive and you try to understand the lesson, and also you see the video attentively and write the lesson, and you must try to take preparation accordingly. Today's teaching points. Number 1, fixation of nitrogen. Number 2, nitrogen cycle. Number 3, air pollutants and different types of air pollutants. Number 4, greenhouse and effect of greenhouse. Number 5, CFC gas and depletion of ozone layer by CFC gas. Then number 6, acid rain, causes and effects of acid rain. Okay, dear students, all of you see that in the board I have written we will discuss chapter 1, it is environmental chemistry. So from that chapter today first topic is fixation of nitrogen. Now what is fixation of nitrogen? I have written the conversion of free atmospheric nitrogen is into a useful nitrogenous compound is called fixation of nitrogen. Now for example, nitrogen plus hydrogen in presence of iron and aluminum oxide at high temperature and pressure, ammonia is produced. So by Haber process, from the atmospheric nitrogen and hydrogen, ammonia is produced. Then from that ammonia, at 150 degrees Celsius and 130 atmospheric pressure, urea is prepared. This is urea. Okay, now we see that fixation of nitrogen means it is the atmospheric nitrogen. Now it is used as a compound urea to prepared urea. The atmospheric nitrogen is used, and this is called fixation of nitrogen. So first of all, by Haber process, ammonia is produced. Then from ammonia, urea is prepared. So we have written the conversion of atmospheric nitrogen, it is converted into nitrogenous compounds. Here nitrogen is converted to the urea and it is used, and this type of conversion is called fixation of nitrogen. Okay, now nitrogen cycle. All of you see that nitrogen cycle. Okay, first of all, the atmospheric nitrogen and oxygen, these two, by lightning or thunderstorm, it produces nitric oxide gas. Then that nitric oxide again with oxygen at 50 degrees Celsius temperature producing nitrogen dioxide gas. then that nitrogen dioxide react with water and oxygen to produce nitric acid. So from the atmospheric nitrogen, now it is coming to the soil and react with the calcium carbonate to produce calcium nitrate, water and carbon dioxide. Then from the soil as nitrate, it is going to the plants, atmosphere to soil, soil to plants. Then from the plants as protein going to the animals. Then again from the animals by denitrifying bacteria, it is again going to the atmosphere. By this way, the nitrogen cycle is going on. So I have shown you the reaction, and it is start from the atmosphere, nitrogen, then nitric acid coming to the soil, then soil to plants, plants to animal, again from animal to, it is going to again to the atmosphere. By this way, nitrogen cycle is going on. Okay. Okay, now the next topic is air pollutants. Okay, so first of all, we have to know what is air pollutants. So I have written, all of you see that when the amount of industrial flue gases mixed with atmosphere and thus cause harm to natural beings, then those components of flue gases are called air pollutants. Okay, these are harmful for the natural beings. Then these are two types. One is primary air pollutants, another one is secondary air pollutants. Okay, now what is primary air pollutants? See that the pollutants which mix with air environment and directly from their source without any change. These are not changing, just directly it is going to the environment and pollutes the air. So these are the primary air pollutants. What are these? These are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, then ammonia gas, hydrogen sulfide gas, etc. There are many. Okay, then when these primary air pollutants are combined with the components of air, these combine with the components of air to form new air pollutants. These are secondary air pollutants. These example: nitrogen trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, then sulfuric acid vapor, H2SO4 vapor, then nitrogen pentoxide, etc. So from this lesson we understand what is air pollutants. Then air pollutants are two types. One is primary air pollutants, then secondary air pollutants. So primary air pollutants, these are pollutants that mix with air directly. So I have given carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, ammonia, hydrogen sulfide, etc. Then secondary air pollutants, these pollutants are mixed, combined with air, component of air to form new air pollutants. For example, this is nitrogen trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfuric acid vapor, nitrogen pentoxide, etc. Okay, students, and next topics I have written, it is greenhouse. So first of all, we have to know what is greenhouse. I have written the process of restoring heat energy in a glass house for cultivation of green vegetables is known as greenhouse. So the process of restoring heat energy is restored in a greenhouse for cultivation of green vegetables is called greenhouse. Now what are the greenhouse gases? So the gases which can absorb Earth's surface radiated thermal IR rays and increases the atmospheric temperature are called greenhouse gases. So carbon dioxide is called main greenhouse gases. So along with oxygen, nitrogen, many gases, water vapor. So now the carbon dioxide is increasing in the nature day by day because from the industry, vehicles, carbon dioxide is producing day by day and it is increasing in the atmosphere. So this carbon dioxide is the main cause of global warming because the temperature of the earth is increasing day by day. So as the carbon dioxide is increasing, so for this reason the temperature of the earth is increasing. So if the temperature of earth is increasing, then the ice in the polar region of the earth is melting, and so the sea level, height of the sea level is increasing, so the low lying land of the earth will submerged in the water. So for the increasing of carbon dioxide, temperature increasing, so that is global warming, and for that global warming the greenhouse effect is there because due to the increasing of carbon dioxide the atmospheric environment is being polluted and all over the ozone layer is damaging. So for this reason earth increasing, temperature of the earth is increasing. So this is greenhouse effect. Okay students, now next lesson is CFC. So now what is CFC? First of all we have to know the chloro-fluoro derivatives of methane and ethane are called CFC gas or chlorofluorocarbon. So first one is methane, everybody know the formula. Then ethane, C2H6 are called chlorofluorocarbon or CFC. Okay, now they are commercially known as preons. So CFC actually the chlorofluoro derivatives of methane and ethane. So in shortcut we tell it CFC, it is actually chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, now they are commercially known as preons. Now I have written 3: preon 11, preon 12 and preon 14. Now the formula is, all of you write it, preon 11 CFCl3, it is CFCl3. Then preon 12 CF2Cl2. Then preon 14 it is CF2Cl, CF2Cl. Okay, so in these topics you are understanding about CFC gas. CFC gas is damaging the ozone layer. Now how the ozone layer is damaging I will show you with the reaction. Okay, first of all, so we have to know what is CFC gas. The chlorofluoro derivatives of methane and ethane is called CFC or chlorofluorocarbon, and they are commercially known as preons. So I have given the example preon 11, it is CFCl3. Then I have given example preon 12, it is CF2Cl2. Then I have given example preon 14, it is CF2Cl, CF2Cl. Okay, dear students, now depletion of ozone layer by CFC gases. Depletion of ozone layer by CFC gases. The ozone layer prevents UV rays of sunlight, but CFC gases cause harm to the ozone layer. The mechanism of destruction of ozone layer is described below. So first of all, the gas at contact with the sunlight gives chlorine free radical. Then it destroyed the ozone layer through the same reaction. Okay, now the reaction is, all of you see the board and write it. It is CFC gas due to sunlight. First of all, it gives chlorine free radical. Then chlorine free radical reacts with ozone O3 to produce chlorine free radical monoxide plus oxygen. Okay, in the second, it is a same reaction. First of all, chlorine free radical. Then chlorine free radical reacts with ozone, form chlorine monoxide free radical and oxygen. Then again oxygen, with the sunlight it produces free radical, oxygen free radical. Then chlorine monoxide free radical and oxygen free radical react together to produce chlorine free radical and oxygen gas. Okay, after that chlorine monoxide free radical, it reacts with ozone layer or O3 to produce chlorine dioxide and oxygen. Okay, dear student, you please see attentively again. It is the same reaction I told. First of all, CFC gas react with the sunlight to form chlorine free radical. Then chlorine free radical react with the ozone, it forms chlorine monoxide free radical. Then chlorine, then again oxygen, with the sunlight it gives oxygen free radical. Then chlorine monoxide free radical and oxygen free radical, it produces chlorine free radical. After that, chlorine monoxide free radical react with the ozone to produce chlorine dioxide and oxygen. So, and this way the ozone layer is being damaged. Okay. Okay, students, now acid rain. So, first of all, what is acid rain? We have to know. Then, what are the causes of acid rain? Then, what are the harmful effects of acid rain? First one, acid rain, the rainwater in which the value of pH is 1.8 to 5.5 is called acid rain. Okay, students, please, you know what is pH? The negative logarithm of molar concentration of hydrogen ion is called pH. So, if the pH value of rainwater is 1.8 to 5.5, then that rainwater is called acid rain. Now, what are the causes? Causes of acid rain. Everybody know that there are many various oxides are being formed by nature and by man-made resources. These are nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. So, these types of gas are mixing with the water and produces various acids, and that acids are coming to the earth. So, and we are telling that is acid rain. Everybody see that first one, it is a gas nitrogen dioxide. So, These gases are producing from nature and man-made resources. So this react with water and oxygen to produce nitric acid. So this is one acid. Then sulfur dioxide, it reacts with water to produce sulfurous acid. Then sulfur trioxide, it reacts with oxygen to produce sulfuric acid. Now these acids, nitric acid, sulfurous acid, sulfuric acid, when these acids are mixed with the rainwater and coming to the earth, then we are telling this is acid rain. So what is the cause of producing these acids? These are nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide, that is are producing from industries, vehicles, from many types of man-made resources. So these are the causes of acid rain. Now what are the harmful effects? So due to the acid rain, the pH value of water is decreases. For this reason, the aquatic plants die because the pH value of water decreases and becomes acidic. Then number 2, due to the acid rain, the fertility of soil decreases. As a result, it's harm for the cultivation and soil becomes soil lose its fertility due to the acid rain. Then number 3, due to the acid rain, large forest area are damages and it is harmful for the forest. Then number 4, due to the acid rain, the statue made by limestone, sandstone are decayed. Now number 5, due to the acid rain, the lung, skin our lung, skin and hair are harmful for the acid rain. And also the pipe made of aluminum and by metal, due to the acid rain, these are decayed. Okay, dear students, today from environmental chemistry I have given first one fixation of nitrogen, then second one nitrogen cycle, then third one air pollutants, fourth one CFC gas, and greenhouse effect, then acid rain. So these 6 topics today I have discussed. All of you please see the video attentively and learn the lesson. Thank you everybody.